Welcome back. To be a part of the show, please follow the social media handles on your screen. You can also send us pictures and videos of abandoned projects in your community so we can collectively ensure accountability and transparency in Nigeria. Don't just sit there and complain. This is your chance to do something by getting involved in tracking public projects around you. The internet, social media, smartphones, and access to real-time information have not only made our daily lives easier, but have changed citizens' expectations of how products and services are delivered. This shift affects not only the way citizens view and interact with businesses, it has also raised expectations in their interactions with government. People are demanding transparency, accountability, access to information, and competent service delivery from their governments. Open government is now considered a fundamental element of any democratic society. Nigeria signed up as the 70th member of the Open Government Partnership (OGP) in June 2016 and submitted a national action plan with 14 strong commitments within 4 focus areas, which are 1. Fiscal transparency, 2. Citizens' access to information, 3. Anti-corruption, and 4. Citizen engagement. We met with Mr. Stanley Achonu, who is the operations lead at Budget and a coordinator with Open Alliance Forum in Nigeria. Listen to his thoughts on open budgeting as a tool for promoting transparency and accountability.
In May 2016, during the London Anti-Corruption Summit, President Buhari made a series of country statements committing that Nigeria would do certain things to improve governance through the fight against corruption. One of those commitments is that Nigeria will become a member of the Open Government Partnership. It's a global organization. At the last count, there are 75 country members. What this partnership requires is that you need to meet certain eligibility criteria first before you're eligible to join. What are these criteria? You need to have your budget in the open, you need to have asset declaration, you need to do freedom of information, so these 4 criteria are the things you need to become eligible to join the partnership. Once you become a member of the partnership, you then commit. Remember, the key word I keep saying is partnership. You then commit to sit down with civil society organizations, private sector actors represented by whatever trade group they are in, sit down to look at the challenges that Nigeria faces and agree on solutions to those problems and work together, again, together with civil society organizations, private sector participants, and the relevant government agencies to solve those problems. So once President Buhari made that commitment in May, the following month in June, the Attorney General wrote to the Global Secretariat of the Partnership indicating formally that Nigeria wants to become a member. On June 22nd, Nigeria was formally admitted into the Open Government Partnership. That means that work was cut out. You needed to develop what we call a national action plan that details what the challenges are, what specific solutions you have planned, and timelines attached to it, and you must implement within 2 years. In October, the government of very senior government officials, led by a representative from the Vice President's office, gathered at a national retreat in Kaduna with civil society organizations and private sector participants like the Nigerian Economic Summit Group, the Nigerian Bar Association, Nigerian Union of Journalists, Nigerian Chambers of Commerce, and all of those trade groups were all represented at that retreat, 3 days. The Attorney General was there with several ministers. The Deputy Governor of Kaduna State was also present. And over 3 days, Nigeria developed a draft national action plan, and consultation was held in the following weeks. What followed after that was the presentation of the draft national action plan, which was presented to the economic management team chaired by the Vice President. Now, the Open Government Partnership is voluntary, and at this stage, only the federal government has signed up, but the states are free to sign up. Kaduna has indicated interest and formally written to join the partnership, which means that they also have to meet the exact criteria that was set out before you join, and then also develop a national action plan. So, but Kaduna is already doing open budgets and all of that. Anambra State last week indicated interest, even though their budget is not yet open, but I'm sure that with the indication of interest means that they will have to meet this criteria, which also includes opening up your budget. Another state that indicated interest is Ogun State. Unfortunately, they do not have their budget as well in the open, but I expect that they will also follow the required standard before they will be admitted into the partnership. But in general, you can see how the expectation that states should join the partnership is now going to force them to do what they haven't done. We have worked on a campaign in the last few months to get the states to publish their budget, what we have called State of States. And at the last count, we have 20 states who have made detailed breakdown, not just presenting budget statements, the speech that the governor gives when he goes to the State House of Assembly to present budget. That is not the budget. That is his own explanation of his goals and vision for the year. That doesn't mean that it doesn't translate into the budget. There is a detailed document that the governor lays before the State House of Assembly. That detailed document with breakdown of what specific projects you want to fund and how much it will cost to implement that project. That is what a detailed budget entails. So most of the states that will most likely have to make that open as part of their requirement to join open government partnership. But as at the last count, my organization have seen detailed budget for 20 states so far. So we still have about 16 states outstanding. A few of the states think that they can play smart. So they present summary of the budget without the detail. And we know that the devil is in the detail. That is where the main challenge is. So states like Lagos present summary and they will go to town to say, our budget is available in the open. But the question is, when I pick up one particular project that the state is executing, do I know how much that project will cost? Do I know the timeline for delivery of that project? Is there anyone we are aware of in Lagos? And there are a few other states like Lagos as well. Corruption and the deprivation of service delivery. Now we need to be very clear about why it is very critical that you are aware of what government is budgeting. First, Nigerians must recognize that the public money does not end at federal level. The money your state governor spends is also public money. Whether it is oil revenue, whether it is tax collected from you, it is public money. You have a right to know your governor is serving at your own pleasure, and you deserve to be to get account of their stewardship. So it's not a master-servant relationship. If at all master-servant relationship exists, the master is the people of the state and the servant is the governor. So the governor does not have a right to spend public funds as they wish. And for them not to spend public money as they wish, they need to render account to the true owners of the public fund, which is the citizens of each state. And for you to get service delivery, hospitals, primary schools, roads, whatever it is that you require from government, you need to know how much it is costing. So that somebody built a road on your street is not a favor. It is your money. You can't spend money on yourself and then thank yourself for spending money on yourself. It is your money. So that element of linking public funds to yourself is what is missing at the state level. And I hope that at some point we will be able to make that connection and realize that the governors are at our pleasure, are serving at our pleasure, not the other way around. They are not doing us a favor. They are not giving us handouts. So we shouldn't thank them for doing what we have hired them to do.
What are the implications for the average Nigerian? The implications of open budgets for the average Nigerian?
Good governance is one thing that is central to the OGP process. Participation by everyone. We have government that is almost top-down approach, where people either in Abuja or at various state capitals determine what the needs of the people in my village are without their contribution. So nobody knows that my community is right next to a stream, and they just decide in Abuja that our most important need is borehole, and they just come right beside the stream and install borehole. They've not met needs. So what OGP will do is that it will allow for participation.
Well, you heard Mr. Chonu say the government is meant to serve the people. It is not a master-servant relationship, and even if it were, the people, that means you, are the master. Transparency and public participation in government affairs can lead to better policies and services and also promote public sector integrity. This is why we urge you to get involved. please follow the social media handles on your screen. On Twitter, the hashtag is GetInvolved. Aren't you tired of complaining? This is your chance to do something. Join us as we strive for a more transparent and accountable society. I am Charles Semuzi. Thank you for watching.